that's that done, refueled. Right, good morning. Let's get up the road. We're going to head out for a day fly fishing again today. All of the videos recently have been fly fishing because massively hooked on it recently. But anyway, we're going to head over to Chediston today, so it's about half an hour drive. So I shall see you when we get there. Right, good morning and welcome to this week's video, guys. Here we are in sunny, or should I say overcast Suffolk. We've got a little bit of wind here, but we're at Willow Lakes in Chediston. We're going to be fishing for trout today, so let's get everything out of the van, get down to the water and see what we can catch. Right, well, here we are, and to be perfectly honest, there's pretty much no wind at all down here. I can see a couple of fish rising just on the bottom. We're on the lower lake here. There's a couple of fish rising there, so we're going to just head over to the willows just up the far side there and give a go over there. So Willow Lakes is in Chediston, which is literally just outside of Halesworth in Suffolk. It's about 20 minutes from Beccles. It's a £30 day ticket fishery for 4 fish. There's no catch and release here. And as you can see, there's some absolute great facilities here. You've got the little lodge behind us here with tea and coffee facilities here, and you've also got the old thunderbox just round the corner there. So it's an absolute cracking little fishery. And it's not difficult to get to neither. The only thing is you've got to get your day ticket from the farm, which is literally about 5 minutes up the road there, which is not a great deal. Anyway, without further ado, let's head up the lake there and let's get all set up and see what we can catch. Right, so we're fishing fly rod today. We're not using the X5 by Rigged and Ready today. I thought I'd come out and give the fly rod a go just to see how my casting differs using an actual fly rod as opposed to the travel rod by Rigged and Ready. So we're going to set this up. We're going to fish a team of 2, I think, today. We'll fish a buzzer at the point and we'll fish a clink hammer, I think, at the top. There's plenty of fish on the surface, so hopefully this is going to be a half an hour catch your limit and then we'll have a cook up. But let's not speak too soon. We don't want any Terry Wogans today. Right, so we'll just get set up. So I've just had to stick a new leader onto this this reel, and I'm just putting one of these tiny 2mm tippet rings. So all I've got is, you can just see that little tiny 2mm ring. So that attaches to the tip of the leader. And then what I've got in my pouch is I've just got all of these teams of flies all set up on these little polystyrene spools here, so they can be tied directly onto that tippet ring. It just saves time, really. So there we go. So that's what we're using on the point. No idea what that's called. If anyone can help me out, please help me out. And then we've got that clink hammer sitting at the top. Jesus, there's a lot of fish on the surface. I think we're going to do really, really well on the surface today. But anyway, let's get this out because we've been faffing around for ages anyway. I thought we would have a fish pretty much straight away, to be honest, because there's tons on the surface. Alright, so a bit of a swap over. So we've gone over to this. I have no idea what that one is. And then on the point we're on this one here. So hopefully that'll help us out. Right, finally fish on. He's nearly ready. Right, so there we go. So we haven't blanked, that's the main thing. So nice little rainbow. We'll knock him on the head and we'll get him on a stringer and let's try and get another one. There we are. And again. Here's a lively one. Well, number 3. Well, we've got number 3. That one's a little bit smaller, that one is, but they are all take-home fish here, so there's no catch and release. So we'll sort him out, back onto the stringer, and then we've got one final fish to catch. So let's hope that's a good one. And here we are. Last fish. Oh, well, bugger. We lost that one. So 3 fish in the bag, 2 we've lost. I think what we'll do is we'll stop and have a brew for a bit. We'll re-rig this and we'll get our final fish. What I could do with a brew. So it was literally a case of just getting on top of the fish because we tried about 4 or 5 different variations to no effect, and then as soon as I come around this corner here and see them almost bawling in the corner, it was pretty much one a cast, and then we just lost that last one, which still gives us one more fish to catch, which in a way is quite nice because it's midday. And I don't fancy going home to her indoors just as yet. Kettle up, we'll get a brew on, have something to eat, and we'll have a go at catching that last fish. What a cracking day. I did think at the beginning we were gonna have a blankety blank today, but no, we're not doing too bad. We'll just wait for that kettle to boil and get a brew on. So, a bit of an update. Obviously we're at the back end of COVID at the moment, international travel's pretty much knocked on the head. There's a few places on the green list, but of course where I want to go is not on the green list, which is a bit of a ball ache really, with having to go and pay for PCR tests and then isolate and all of that malarkey. So Sweden trip's off this year. So I was driving up to Sweden to pack raft and hike through Glasgow National Park, but that's not happening. So we're going to head up to the Lake District in the end, and we'll do some hiking and some wild camping and some fishing up on the tarns up there. And hopefully, I fancy doing some fishing on a river. I really fancy catching grayling. I've never caught grayling before. So that's the plan. So keep your eyes peeled for that. So that should be mid-June that we get up there to do that. Other than that, pretty much everything's knocked on the head really. The Fjallraven Classic in Scotland, that's been cancelled. I was going to head up there and volunteer to man one of the checkpoints up there, so that's been knocked on the head again for another year. So let's just hope 2022 is all back on track. I'm hoping that it's all going to be back on track. At work I've seen very few COVID cases for the last month really, so it's definitely in a decline, which is a good thing, but we can only hope. So we've got one more fish, and we'll take our time catching that one. We'll just sit and chill for a bit. Right, so let's get this re-rigged. I am literally just going to stick a single daddy longlegs on this because we've got 3 fish already. We've only got 1 more to catch and they are taken, so I'm fairly sure that as soon as we put this on the surface we'll get our 4th fish. So there's no point messing around with a team of flies, so we'll just get this set up and we'll get it in the water. It absolutely amazes me how people tie these, because these are just like works of art. I can't see any more on the surface. Tree. Oh, now would you believe that? Right. There's one right by that. Fish on. There we go. Lovely. Look at him. Absolute beautiful. I reckon that's, what, £1/2 pound, £2? Really nice trout. Perfect fish to end the day. Right then, so here we are at the gutting table. So you've got some fresh water, you've got a chopping board. The only thing you need is your own filleting knife. So we're going to fillet these, but before we do these, we're just going to take them into the lodge. We're just going to weigh them and we're just going to record them in the book. So it is really important that you log your fish that you catch, so they know exactly what fish have come out. And then it's also handy to have a look in there just before you start fishing, just so you know, so you can find out what people have been catching the fish on. Let's gut these. So I'm just going to show you the way that I gut them. This is a very easy, sort of less messy way to gut them. So all you need there is just your fillet knife, and let's crack on. Right, so all you need to do is just find the butt of the fish there and just come straight up, right up to the top, and then through the jaw there, and then by putting your finger in the mouth and then a thumb in that hole, and just pull down, putting your thumb into the gut hole and then just ripping that out. All of the guts come out in one go, and then all you need to do is just through the cavity here, you can see this black mark through there, that's the kidney, is you just need to just run your thumb up the back there just to get all of that kidney out. And you can then just take the head off. Right, so there we go. So that is all the fish all cleaned up. It's been an absolute brilliant day down here today. I've really enjoyed myself. We've had the whole lake to ourselves. We've only fished the bottom lake. We'll leave the top lake for another day. If you fancy popping down here and giving it a go, I'll stick a link to Willow Lakes in the description below. So thank you for watching this week's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button just below. And as always, a couple of videos for you to take a look at. And we'll see you next week on the next one.